Smolikov's was one of many businesses heavily damaged during the floods of '08.
It's been nearly 7 years now since eastern Iowa was hit by the worst flooding disaster the nation has ever seen, an event we'll never forget. And for some, it's hard to shake the fear of a repeat performance. Chief meteorologist Terry Swails, who documented the events of 2008 in his book, Unnatural Disasters, joined us now to look back at just how unique it really was.
Yeah, boy, guys, that's just right. In our lifetime, there has never been a stretch of weather quite like it. And since then, every time the rain really comes down and that river starts to rise, people ask me, can it happen again? The images are forever etched in our memories. The catastrophic flood of 2008 is not only impossible to forget, but impossible to stop ourselves from asking, can it happen again? It's essential to remember that no one event, no single storm could produce the kind of flooding we saw nearly 7 years ago.
If we can take that live picture again from the top of the APAC building, that was kind of telling.
It was a culmination of several factors over time that resulted in the corridor's version of the perfect storm. The foundation of the Great Flood came in 2007, the fifth wettest year on record in Iowa. When the rain changed to snow, the precipitation didn't stop. Some parts of Iowa saw twice as much snow as they do in a normal year, nearly 80 inches in Dubuque, making the 2007-2008 winter one of the snowiest on record in eastern Iowa. The snow eventually melted with limited problems, but it was immediately followed by the 13th wettest Iowa spring. Again, area river levels rose, then recovered. River. The rivers were already full, the ground already saturated. There was nowhere for the rain to go, but into the homes and livelihoods of those near the river. Soon, record flooding was forecast down the entire stretch of the Cedar and Iowa rivers. But Mother Nature wasn't done yet. Cedar Rapids saw rain on 19 days out of a 22-day stretch. All that rain, in such a short time, along with the specific places it fell, was a big reason why the initial forecasts for crests were so challenging and continually raised. Before long, evacuations were ordered and emergency preparations were taken. But just as Cedar Rapids thought it had a grasp on what to expect,
you can see some of that really intensified rainfall just off towards the west here in Cedar
the
Rapids.
skies opened again. 5 more inches of rain with nowhere to go. The Cedar River, which normally flows at about 7 feet in Cedar Rapids, topped 31 feet on Friday the 13th of June. More than 11 feet higher than anything ever seen in the 150 years of recorded records. It took just a few days for the water to return to normal, but the rebuilding process, now nearly 7 years old, continues. So again, to recap, you had one of the wettest years ever in 2007, one of the snowiest winters, then one of the wettest springs, followed by unprecedented summer rains, and the final ingredient, 5 inches of rain as the crest arrived in Cedar Rapids. All of these factors had to come together at the right time, and for that reason, I really believe the chances of a repeat performance are exceptionally small. Let's hope so.